What is up, everybody? Welcome to the All Punked Up Podcast. I'm Tyler Winters. John Pearman is with me. And as usual, we have an awesome show for you. We've got some fun things to discuss. It seems like, though, a lot of the news from this week was overshadowed by Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. I'm tired of hearing about their relationship.
Well, as a Jets fan, that's the only way you're going to get eyes on the Jets game this weekend. So,
Yes.
Smart marketing by the NFL.
Well, what? So are the Chiefs playing the Jets today?
Oh yeah, Sunday night.
All right. Well, great. Well, the other piece of news this week was Tupac. Did you hear about Tupac's killer? I don't even know if it was his killer, but some dude was
Somebody
charged in
connected
murder.
to the somebody that was in the vehicle.
Right. I think what I read is he ordered the hit, while in the vehicle, like, that's him, get him.
Sure.
Well, maybe a little closure for the Tupac family.
We were debating back and forth whether it was Tupac or Biggie that got shot first. I couldn't remember. I thought Biggie got shot first. But...
Well, we're going to look that up right now.
All right. I felt like Tupac was after.
I think so, too. All right. But sadly, both of their lives were tragically killed. Blah, 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 blah. They were killed in separate drive-by shootings.
Mm-hmm.
September 7th, 1996 was when Tupac was shot. I think he died 7 days later. And then Biggie was killed on March 9th, 1997. So he was killed after
Tupac?
Like, apparently. Biggie died 6 months after Tupac.
Damn.
That's crazy. He was 24. Biggie was 24.
Yeah, he was super young.
Tupac was only 25. Both legends, though. Man. Okay, so, yeah. So a lot of news was overshadowed by those two things. It was kind of cool to see the Tupac stuff, but, I'm so tired of the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift news.
Already?
And it just seems like all the publications are trying to spin something around that. It's exhausting, and I'm over it. Like,
I have a theory that the NFL is behind it.
Oh, they probably are. I even said, because Em and I were, last Sunday, Em and I were talking, like, we knew Taylor Swift was rumored to be at that Chiefs game, and I said, watch, these Travis Kelce jerseys are going to go through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw something like a day or two later that said it was a 400% increase in revenue on those jerseys. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think about this game specifically, it would have been a huge game with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers goes down. How can we get the ratings on this game up?
Wow. Yeah. Good call. Good call. And aren't they doing, I thought I read something that the NFL's putting together like some friendship bracelet type bullshit for this upcoming game, maybe? Because I guess there's a friendship bracelet connection with Taylor Swift songs or something. I don't know. It sounds dumb.
I don't say anything negative about it because I don't want to be murdered, but
I do think
I'll end up like Tupac. Bunch of pink handguns gunning me down. Las Vegas Strip.
Swiftly, too. I thought, or when we were talking about Taylor Swift fans like a couple weeks ago, I think we ended up receiving a review under 4 stars. I couldn't pinpoint it. I didn't see like an actual written review, but the star review, because it had went down, I noticed, by a couple not percentage points, but point, decimals. So I think the Swifties got us.
Damn it. What did I say?
I don't know. I think I told them all to shut up. Not all of them, though.
I was
just the ones
attacked
that were
this week
complaining.
for having an opinion about Blink's new material, so.
Yeah, you did.
It's a dangerous world.
There's a lot of people that agree with you, though. Maybe not necessarily on that thread, but there's a lot of people.
Even within that thread, I think there's a couple people that were with me.
Yeah. So
let's ride.
So speaking of new songs, let's go ahead and talk about that. Well, first, I guess what we're going to cover in this episode is we got some new music from Sum 41 that we want to talk about. We got some news on how well that new Blink song did. Some Green Day stuff, Live Nation taking away merch cuts from artists. And also, John, the results are in. We're going to look at the most popular one-hit wonder songs amongst users in 2023. And you, my friend, are going to be taking some guesses about which songs hit the top spot in that list. So We will see. John, I think we have to say, we have to run a few ads real quick here. It's all our own stuff. So first I want to mention we do have a newsletter, a weekly newsletter. We talk about the news here on this podcast, but you can get a written version. But I wouldn't even say it's a written version of this podcast, but you get more news in written form. It's just stuff that we can't talk about on this podcast because it would be a 3-hour long podcast if we did that. So if you want to stay up to date with all the news and all the happenings from around the scene, sign up for the All Punked Up newsletter. Comes out every Sunday night, so you could be ready and knowledgeable come Monday morning. You could sign up for that at allpunkedup.com/subscribe. Also, we have a new store available that it just launched last week. It's kind of a soft launch. We're just letting the newsletter subscribers know about it first. Now you guys can go out. We're letting you know before I start posting about it on the website. So got a lot of things. We got t-shirts, we got tank tops, we got long sleeve shirts, hoodies, mugs, hats, you name it. It's all there. A lot of designs. Pull it up, take a look. If it's something that would interest you, it really would go a long way if you were to purchase something and help support this show and the All Punked Up brand. You can check out the shop at shop.allpunkedup.com. I think that's it. Is that all that I really want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm going to remember it this week.
All right, good deal. Oh, and guys, of course, always please rate and review this podcast. If you're really digging it, you've been listening to it for a while, let us know what you think about it. So on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, give us a review. Leave us a written review too. Let us know what you're liking about this show, what you want to hear more of, that sort of thing, because we do this for you guys, not for us. So we want to put out episodes that you want to listen to. So 5-star reviews really do go a long way, and it helps people like you find podcasts like us. So we'd really appreciate it. So John, let's go ahead and get into, I guess, some new music reviews, because Sum 41 released a brand new track this week called Landmines. It's going to be off of their Heaven side of their Heaven and Hell double album that's supposed to be coming out very soon. But yeah, this is definitely a pop punk track. It's coming from the Heaven side. John, I feel like the pop part of the punk production surprised me a bit on this one. To me, it initially sounded like it was a John Feldman produced track, because it kind of falls in line with a lot of the pop punk production that we're hearing nowadays. But overall, I think the song is fine. But I'm going to guess, John, that you did not like the drum sounds that were the intro of this song.
There's some that have bothered me more than that, but I thought overall the drums were okay.
Okay. All right.
I didn't think it was like overproduced at any point. I'm
drums or song?
The song itself.
Okay.
But I'm not a big fan of the woes and ohs kind of chorus at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I probably listened to this track at least, 10, 15 times upon its initial release. I really like this sound overall. I really like this direction. Although it sounds, to me, I feel like the song sounds super polished. I definitely prefer like the all killer, no filler, production days. But I just feel like we're in a different era of, pop punk, and I don't think we're going to get that, at least not for a while now. Overall, though, I thought the song was absolutely catchy. They said they were going to release a pop punk side of the album. This is the sound I think that we're getting. So if this is the sound we're getting throughout, I think that's a good indicator that's going to tell us that we're going to like this side of the double album. At least for me, I know I'm going to like it if we keep getting songs like this. And I think, and I wonder what you think. You might have to listen to it again to hear it. But I challenge all the listeners too to go back and listen to these two songs. I think for me, this song is so catchy because I feel like I may have heard, and we all may have heard, this verse melody before. And it occurred to me what song it was, because when I was, singing it in my head while I was making coffee in the morning, I started singing The Killers' Mr. Brightside. So I think the verses of Mr. Brightside, or at least parts of the verses of Mr. Brightside, really line up with Landmines by Sum 41. Like, the verses sound very similar. It's just Landmines is like a sped up version. So I really want everybody to go back and listen. Listen to the verse of The Killers' Mr. Brightside. Listen to the verse of Landmines by Sum 41. The Sum 41 is just sped up. I'm not saying Derek lifted the song by The Killers, but I just think it's there. So I'm curious to know what other people think. And John, you take a listen too, because I really want to hear what you think.
That's a pretty popular song to rip from. That's risky,
right? And that's what I mean. I think it's like just off a bit to where most people aren't going to notice it. But I feel like there's a reason why when I was trying to sing this song in my head while making coffee, that I immediately started singing, lyrics to the Mr. Brightside song. So I don't know. Overall, though, I love the song. It's super catchy, very, very well written. It kind of makes me, man, when I listen to this, like if the rest of the album, at least this side of the album, sounds like this, it's like I just don't understand how this band can call it quits. Like Derek still has it,
Yeah, I thought it was better than the 2 new Blink tracks. So
yeah, I know a lot of people were thinking that, and you got a lot of heat this week for that, for what you said about One More Time.
Oh, and yes, somebody also commented that I sounded asleep. It was possible because we recorded at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So I was, near sleep. Sleep adjacent.
Yeah. Wake up, John. That's what this. Hey, right now it is 8 a.m. when we're recording this on October 1st, and John and I are both sipping coffee. So just for you guys. All right. So
and if that commenter could kindly choke on my balls.
All right. All right. So I did just mention it was October 1st, and I think that's a good segue into mentioning Green Day, because, September ends, wake me up when September ends. October 1st. I want to say happy 23rd birthday to Green Day's Warning album, John. 23 years.
I thought you were going to say a member of Green Day. I was like, come on.
Billy Joe is now 23 years old. But dude, yeah, that album was released on October 3rd, 2000. I thought, John, maybe we should spend a little time talking about this album, because I know it didn't receive a lot of praise when it first came out. It followed Nimrod, which was a highly successful album. I feel like for me, I really loved this album when it came out. I really loved Minority, which was the lead single. And I feel like, and I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like I can. I feel like this was an important album, to us at the time when we were in a band, because we were just figuring out, learning how to play our instruments. And then this album comes out, and I feel like we listened to it a lot.
It was just up on our playlist when we were learning how to play songs. So I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it says less about the album than just the timing of it.
Yeah.
For me, I do enjoy the record, especially going back and listening. I prefer it over American Idiot, and not quite Nimrod, but it's up there with Nimrod to me.
Yeah, I feel like I understand why people may not have liked it, because it's kind of it's
a departure.
It is a departure from the punk sound. I mean, it still has those elements of Green Day in it.
But there's acoustic guitars.
It's acoustic in a lot of the songs, yeah. But, I often wonder, is there a reason it could have just been a natural progression for them, and maybe not wanting to do the same thing over and over. But I wonder if the Good Riddance song, Time of Your Life, if that had any influence on the sound of this record, because Time of Your Life, arguably the biggest song, one of the biggest songs in their catalog, and definitely the biggest song of their catalog at that time. You wonder if that had any influence on, hey, maybe we should bring more acoustic songs. Then they had that Macy's Day Parade song that's on there that, was a kind of a good follow-up, I guess, to Good Riddance. So you kind of wonder. Where do you think this album ranks in the Green Day catalog of albums, would you say? Would you give it top 5?
I mean, I have it ahead of anything. American Idiot would probably be close. It's just American Idiot got so much radio play, it kind of ruined it for me. Anything post American Idiot would fall below it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's probably near the top 5.
So you would definitely put it in the top 5? I think I would too. I don't know that I'd put it in the top three, but it's close. I feel like no, it wouldn't be top three because top three in no particular order because it depends on my mood is Dookie, Insomniac, and Nimrod. But Warning has to be a close four, I think. Kerplunk's good too, though. So yeah, maybe it does fall at 5 for me because for me it's a nostalgia thing. It came out at the right time, like you said. We were 14, right? 14 at the time, so you're very impressionable at that time, and I think it just hit at the right time for me. And that's why this album I think is important to me. Favorite song on the album? What would you say?
And I'd have to look at the titles. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to pull it up too. There's a lot of good ones on here, dude. So you got kicks off with Warning, goes into Blood, Sex, and Booze, Church on Sunday.
Hold on, I'm looking at it.
Castaway was good.
Yeah, Castaway probably.
That was a really solid one.
I liked Misery, Awaiting.
Castaway would have played nice on Nimrod, I feel. I wonder if that was like a B-side of that.
Could have fit in there for sure.
I liked Macy's Day Parade. Minority was really good. I loved it when it came out. We played Blood, Sex, and Booze. I don't know if we ever played it out live, but we played that. I did.
Played Church on Sunday.
Church on Sunday was fun to play. Yeah, Church on Sunday is really, really good. I think I might say that Castaway or Minority are my go-tos on this album. Now, speaking of Green Day, it looks like they're doing some teasing right now because somebody found a URL. It says is greendayawake.com. That's URL. URL is greendayawake.com. If you go to that right now, now it says, okay. So at first it said no. It was just a picture that said no. Then as of yesterday, it said come back tomorrow. Well. And now it says yes. And when I was looking at the site code to me, and it looks like yes, I can click on it. So before I do that, this is live right now. We're finding this stuff out right now, John.
These goddamn cryptic websites. I'm tired of it.
So when I was looking through at the site code, it did say there was some commented out code that said "Wake me up when September ends." So I had a feeling something was going to happen today, and I just now checked it. I'm on there. I'm looking at isgreenDayAwake.com. I see there's a picture that just says yes in pink.
I hope it takes you to meatspin.com.
It looks like the URL that I'm going to be going to is called theamericandreamiskillingme.com. So I'm going to click it right now. I'm going to report on what I see. Okay, I'm clicking it. It's loading. It's loading. Where'd you say that you hope it takes me?
Meatspin.
Meatspin?
Uh-huh.
Now, what's that?
Oh, back in the early aughts, you could... he'd go into somebody's web browser and change their homepage to meatspin.com. And basically it was two gentlemen fornicating, and the gentleman on top's meat was spinning.
Oh, well, I hope it does not take me there. It is taking a long time to load. I have no idea what is going on here.
No, Meatspin shouldn't take that long. It should pop right up. I've heard.
All right, I got to try to open this in a new tab and see if that helps any bit. AmericanDreamIsKillingMe.com. Come on. John, I can't believe this is taking so long. Anyways, guys, this takes you to a website called theamericandreamiskillingme.com. I think there might be something wrong with the site right now. I'm going to keep it loading, though, so when I see that it appears, I'll report on what I see. So, yeah, I'm not sure what it means. We know that... they were working on a new album last year. I think it was called 1974 or something. That was what they were going to be calling it. And then it seemed like maybe they canned it because you hadn't heard anything for a long time. This is the next bit of teasing that we're getting from them. So we'll see. I'll come back and see what if the site ever loads.
Check back with us next week to see if the site loads.
Yeah. Maybe it's still waking up. We'll see.
Maybe you're the first one.
Maybe. All right. So, John, this week also brings us news about how well Blink-182's One More Time single did. So let's see here. Let me pull up the numbers. It looks like it hit number 1 on Billboard's Hot Trending Songs chart. And More Than You Know, which was the other single they released along with One More Time. That also entered the Hot Trending Songs chart at number 15. And I think it's important to remember that Edging hung out atop of Billboard's alternative airplay chart for 13 weeks in a row. I don't know that One More Time is going to get that kind of attention. I don't think it's going to go 13 weeks at number 1. But the song did really well in its first week, which is not surprising because it's Blink-182. They've been hyping this up for a long time. It had been a year since we've gotten Edging, so it makes sense. But
And
it
the
resonated.
video element of it, I think, helps too.
Yeah. Way more than anything. I believe they had over 2.5 million views within the first couple days on that song, and then a couple days later it was at 5 million. So yeah, I think the video that accompanied that song really did a lot, and I think they nailed it with the music video. They did a good job there. So we'll see how well One More Time does. Through this week, we should be getting numbers, I would think, either Monday morning or Tuesday morning. So we'll see. So as of
Video's
right now, it's
currently
doing
at
great.
8 million views on YouTube.
Wow, and it's been out a little over
9
a week.
days.
Yeah, so doing pretty good. All right, John. So there was some other news this week, which is kind of surprising, and we've talked about this on this podcast before about how venues take merch cuts from the artists at the shows, which to me makes no bit of sense whatsoever. But it's just something that the artists have to agree to if they're going to play those venues. Well, Live Nation came out this week, and they said that they are ending artist merch cuts across all their clubs around the country. So that's a pretty big deal. So let me read what Consequence wrote about this. They said, as part of its On the Road Again program, Live Nation announced that it will no longer take cuts of artist merchandise sold at any of the club-sized venues it operates. The company also promised to offer $1,500 stipends per show to all headlining and support acts at their venues for the purpose of covering tour expenses like gas and lodging. NEVA, which is the National Independent Venue Association, argues that these short-term benefits will harm independent venues in the long run. I don't know where they're getting this these short-term benefits, because I think NEVA is saying that people are arguing that this is only going to last until the end of the year, but Live Nation hasn't come out and said that that's the case. They did say that through the end of 2023, On the Road Again will deliver tens of millions of dollars in extra earnings to developing artists and crew. So that's really good news. But a lot of people are speculating, especially this NEVA, that it's only going to be for a few months. And they're arguing that this initiative is going to hurt the smaller venues that aren't Live Nation venues, because the artists are going to not be booking with these venues that are still taking merch cuts, only to go to the Live Nation venues, so they could save 15 to 30% on their merchandise revenue, because those Live Nation venues aren't going to be taking their cut. To me, that's interesting that NEVA is so, for these venues that aren't Live Nation venues, they're butthurt about, Live Nation trying to get these artists to only play their venues. But it seems kind of shitty that they are complaining, because I feel like this, and I feel for small businesses. I truly do. But I also like small businesses to earn their money the right way. And I don't think earning your money off of somebody else's success or at the expense of somebody else is, I don't think that that's morally right. If I had a venue, there's no way I would ever charge an artist, a merchandise tax. That's not mine. So I feel like if the venue, if I was running the table, then yeah, you should pay me. You should pay me something for that. That I understand.
I would charge them for the space that they're using, but that's about it.
Yeah, and I think you could do that. That seems fair enough, because you're probably taking away space from a few tickets sold. So charge them, I don't know what you would charge them. That makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, but for a smaller band, like what if it's a shitty show and then now that band is like in the hole? Like that's, I don't know. There needs to be some things that they need to think through because your business model is just not, I don't want to say it's not good, but if you're going to be hurt because of this, then I think that means your business model it actually isn't very good. You need to figure out ways to increase revenue that isn't at the expense of artists. You need to get the artists there to promote, to get the fans there, to get the audience there. You know, hike up drinks, have drink specials, you know,
God damn it. No.
There are other things you can do to increase your revenue. I don't know what they are, but there are things, you know. You just have to think of that. But at the I don't know. Go ahead, sorry.
I think you charge for the encores. Like if they want to do an encore, everybody has to, you know, pitch in a couple bucks. Then it goes to the venue.
Maybe.
They pass the hat for an encore.
Yeah, I like it. Pass the hat around.
Mm-hmm. Like it's the 60s.
So yeah, I do like this. Like I don't like how they're making Live Nation out to be the bad guy, even though we know Live Nation is in most cases the bad guy in you know in a lot of areas. But this one, I mean, how can this?
I mean, it's quite possibly run by lizard people, to be honest.
That's true. That's true. I mean, do you think these smaller venues, I don't want to say have a right to be upset, but do you think, I mean, do you have any part of my thinking at all in terms of this? Like maybe it's just time to change the way you do things, right? Pivot.
I agree. Yeah. Up the ticket sales. I don't know. Just take it out of the consumer.
I mean, maybe that is what you do. I mean, and unfortunately that falls on us consumers, but you know, we also go to shows to support the bands that we love. And if this is just another way, you know, if this guarantees that the bands that we love can make a better living based on this, then I say most, if not all, are going to be okay with that. So, I mean, tickets are expensive nowadays anyways. So what's a few extra bucks per?
Yeah. You know? Yeah. Just add a fee.
Add a fee. Yeah.
Rape us more.
So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, if it's actually going to be only through 2023, like some are speculating. I don't know that it makes sense to do that for only a few months. So I'm of the belief that it's probably going to be a lot longer, but we'll see. So, all right, John. So let's get into our little game here. The most popular one-hit wonder songs amongst users in 2023. The list has been released, and I believe this comes from Deezer, John. So, and just so everybody knows, a one-hit wonder is usually defined as an artist who has had one and only one song reach any position in the top 40 of Billboard's Hot 100 singles chart. Okay? So if they've only had one song in their catalog reach that list, they are considered a one-hit wonder until they have another. So, John, do you want to take some guesses? So, I kind of gave you a heads up before we did this. These are songs of basically all genres are okay here. And it goes back to, you know, to the past.
What's the earliest date?
The earliest date. I don't know, but probably, I don't know when this, let me see when this song was. I want to say like 80, I'm going to say like 80 fucking 5. I don't know. 82. I was close. So it goes back to at least to 1982. There might be something else on here I'm just not seeing, but 20 songs. Everybody play along. So these are the top, what did I say this was? The most popular one-hit wonder songs amongst users or listeners in 2023. So you got to figure the TikToks, you know, what's trending on there that was a one-hit or is a one-hit wonder.
I want to begin guessing.
You ready?
I'm ready to go.
So these could be past songs and they can be new songs. So the range is big. Go for it.
Barbie Girl.
Barbie Girl is on this list, and that was a good one to guess because of the Barbie movie that just came out. That comes in at number 6. And I do want to say, John does know the number 1 spot because I had to give you an idea, and you wanted the most, I think, recent song, and I think that's the most recent song is at number 1. So we'll reveal that later. So John, you can't guess that one.
Okay.
What else you got?
Dexy's Midnight Runners, Come On Eileen.
That one is on here, and that comes in at number 18. And back away from the mic.
Sorry. That one was from 1982. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. I would miss that one. I'm going to see. That might be. Why can't I copy stuff? Let's see. That one was also from 1982. Cool. All right. You're right.
Aha, Take On Me.
It's not on here, which is surprising because that's probably one of the biggest. That's probably one of the biggest one-hit wonder songs there is.
I'm going to go Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up.
That did not make the list either.
Maybe he's not a one-hit wonder.
I don't think he's a one-hit wonder.
Okay.
There is a song on here that we've referenced, and I want to say we referenced it last week. To give you a little hint. Think
Eiffel 65. I'm
bingo.
Blue.
Yeah, well, it's just Blue. But yes, comes in at number 10. Crack the top 10.
Definitely Blue. Shoot. No.
You're doing good.
Thank you. Shit. Damn, one-hit wonders. One-hit wonders. I'm Torn, Natalie Imbruglia.
No, but that's a solid song. Damn. Love that song. That did not make the list, though.
Nelly Furtado, I'm Like a Bird.
Nope.
I feel like they might have had minor hits. That's why they're not making the list.
Yeah, Nelly Furtado's had a few hits.
Okay.
At least 3, I feel like. Because she even did something with Timbaland and Justin Timberlake back
I've got one. That one song, I Was Lying on the Grass of Sunday Morning last week.
Oh, Len, Steal My Sunshine? No, that one.
Damn.
Not on there. Think woman, pianist.
Michelle.
Oh, no, not her.
Women pianist.
You're in the
Alicia
right.
Keys?
No. One hit wonder. Woman pianist. You were close with Michelle Branch.
Oh, I can't remember all of them.
Oh, it's the same. She was in came out around the same time
too.
Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles.
That's right. That's the one. That's probably what I was thinking.
Yep.
All them white bitches look alike.
Yeah, they do. Every last one of them.
They all have square asses from sitting on piano benches too.
All right, you want to take any more guesses?
Right Said Fred.
Nope, not on here.
I'm going too old school, I think.
I mean, remember, they go to 1982 at least. All right, do you want me to name some, or you want
I thought that was
guess?
a good guess. I'm Too Sexy. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah. That was a solid American song. Well, I don't know if it was solid, but it did well.
One-hit wonders.
I think you might be surprised by some of these.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to have to give up. I'm proud that I got a couple.
Yeah, you did good. All right, so coming in at number 20, we've got House of Pain, Jump Around.
Oh, shit.
Then you've got, at number 19, Rhythm of the Night. This is a rhythm of the night. That song?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I didn't need that, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. And then 18, you got Dexy's Midnight Runners with Come On Eileen. You guessed that one. Then there's, at number 17, Ayaz, Replay. Shorty's like a melody in my head.
How the hell would I have gotten that?
I don't know. Then you've got number 16, The Macarena. You've got 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
I was going to say this one and I forgot it. The Who Let the Dogs Out.
Nope.
Damn it.
Okay, Vanessa Carlton at 15 with 1,000 Miles. At number 14, Nina and 99 Left Balloons.
Yeah, that's a big 80s one, yeah.
I'm surprised that one made the list.
It's in 13, The Wedding Singer, if you've ever seen The Wedding Singer.
Number 13, Hadaway, What Is Love?
Oh, fuck.
That's a good one. And one of my favorites coming in at number 12, The Verve, Bittersweet Symphony.
Shit.
That would have been a really good one. I'm actually surprised that they didn't have another hit. But
I think they were bigger in the UK.
Probably, yeah.
That was their only domestic hit.
Got you. Then you have number 11, The Calling, Wherever You Will Go.
That one hits close.
Yep. Number 10, we got Eiffel 65 in Blue. Number 9, a 1982 hit, John, made popular by Rocky. You've got Survivor's Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, shit. That's right.
Then these next two I've never heard of. Aventura with Obsession coming in at number 8. And then Icona Pop, I Love It. I think I've heard that song before.
I think I would know that song.
But I'm really surprised that it's as high as it is. Not surprised it's a one-hit wonder because the song is just mediocre. Number 6, Aqua with Barbie Girl. Number 5, we've got The Scene representing with Hoobastanks, The Reason.
Oh, but they had that's bullshit.
That is kind of BS. But maybe Crawling in the Dark didn't reach the top 40, so technically...
I mean, it was high up on the rock charts, so that's some shit.
Yeah, that
Fuck
is...
this list.
Yeah, we're done. Number 4, you got Gnarls Barkley with Crazy.
Okay, I'll allow that.
Number 3, this is a solid one. Walk the Moons, Shut Up and Dance.
I mean, I'm sure I'd know it if I heard it. But...
Oh, you would. Then you've got, at number 2, I think it's Godier, Somebody That I Used to Know. I don't like that song. I
don't like the name.
Godier, yeah. I think there's something with that song that if that guy would have put ads on the music video on YouTube, he would have made millions upon millions of dollars. And the reason he didn't is because he didn't believe in that at that time.
Enjoy being broke with your principles. What about Red Jumpsuit Apparatus? That would have been another scene one that could have been a one-hit wonder. They only had one track.
I think they really only had, if anything, they didn't make the list. But maybe this is only a top 20, so...
Well, maybe if we went deeper.
Yeah, we went deeper. They probably make the list. But coming in at number 1, John already knew this one. It's Tones and I, Dance Monkey. There you go. That's the list. All right, so I guess we'll close this one out and we'll record a couple bonus things if you got time.
Yep.
All right, so guys, that'll do it for this episode. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you're really digging our show, please consider helping us spread the word, leaving a review on Apple Podcasts and or on Spotify. A 5-star review is always greatly appreciated. And please, while you're leaving that review, drop us a line and let us know what you like most about the show and what you'd like to hear more of. So with that, thanks again, and remember, spread love. Peace. Okay, guys, I forgot. We never revisited the AmericanDreamIsKillingMe.com URL that the Green Day site was saying. So the site has finally loaded, and it's got a video, and I'm going to explain what I'm seeing. John, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so...
Paint a picture.
It looks... So there's a portrait view video, and there's a button that says snooze underneath it. Which is a wake-up call. I'm going to click the snooze button. I think it's probably going to be something where you can sign up for alerts.
And you have a virus.
Register for a wake-up call. You fill it out. You probably are going to get on the email list for Green Day. So there's that. Now, the video above this snooze button, I'm going to watch it. Here we go. So I'm clicking play. We see a clock. It's 10:25. Don't know if it's AM or PM. It looks kind of light in the room. We got Billy Joe, I think, is in bed, hitting the snooze button. Billy Joe's waking up. He's looking at a calendar of October with October 24th circled. It's zooming in on the 24. Billy Joe goes back to sleep, and there is a guitar riff, and that's it. And then that's it.
Oh my God.
So I think that confirms we've got new music from Green Day on the way on October 24th.
Well, you've drawn a lot of conclusions there, but...
Let me go back. I want to go back to the calendar real quick because there was more stuff written on it, it looked like. So we got Wake Me Up on October 1st. Then on the 21st... It's When We Were Young Fest, and the 22nd, When We Were Young Fest. And then, the 24th is just circled in red. So I think we're going to have new music from Green Day on October 24th. And the riff sounds solid. So check it out, guys. All right. So there you go. Now we're done, I guess. That's
Okay.
it. All right. All right, guys. So thanks for listening. Green Day music coming October 24th. Mark your calendars. Let's go.